a time before telephones or emails, a time when messages had to be carried great distances just to be shared. At 10 p.m. on April 18, 1775, Paul Revere left on his infamous journey to warn the people of Massachusetts that the then known as regulars were coming. In order to effectively spread the message, Paul Revere began at the Old North Church. He told the keeper to light 1 lantern if the British were coming by land, and 2 if by sea. Revere then traveled back to his home to obtain his steed so he could go out in secrecy to spread the message.
Alright, here we are at the Old North Church at Paul Revere's statue and about to start the run. This is where Paul Revere started. He had the church, 1 if by land, 2 if by sea, he told them, and he started to go out on horseback to spread the message. Sorry, we in your movie? Alright, we just hit 1 mile on the Paul Revere route. Had to go around some different ways because of construction, but that's the modern world. Nothing stays the same. Everything always changes, and there's good about it, you know?
Humans are constantly on the move. Everything changes, and changes fast. Around a city like Boston, there's always construction, as people try to improve and expand what already exists. The core layout of Boston has not changed much in the past 250 years, because it continuously builds upon what is already there. This allowed me to follow pretty close in the footsteps of Paul Revere, while in the city. However, Revere's journey was one of haste. In contrast, my run was constantly stopped by streetlights. That was until I reached the suburbs.
Alright, here we are at Bunker Hill, and while Paul Revere didn't actually make it to Bunker Hill, he came close, and this was a huge milestone in the war, which is why there's a huge monument here.
On June 17, 1775, Colonel William Prescott, the second cousin to Samuel Prescott, who joined Revere on his ride, attempted to prevent the British from taking Breed's Hill. Prescott told his soldiers to wait to shoot until he see the whites of their eyes. He did this to limit ammunition, but in the end, they still ran out and were overpowered by the much larger British army. Although they lost, the untrained Americans had killed more than 200 redcoats, while only losing 100 troops themselves. This battle greatly encouraged the new army and caused the British to realize what they were up against. Although commonly referred to as the Battle of Bunker Hill, the fighting actually occurred on Breed's Hill, which is where the Bunker Hill Monument was erected.
I just looked out the window and all the cooks. Fatelo un bicchiere, Baci Galop and Paul began to ride. They came up to a tavern and the horse, he ran inside. Paul ran in to get him and he found him there in bed, eating a pepperoni with an ice pack on his head. Hey, get up, Baci Galop, cried Paul Revere. Get up, Baci Galop, the British are near. Put down a jug of cherry wine and please get out of bed. I just looked out the window and all the coats I see are red.
This run is much more than just retracing Paul Revere's footsteps for me. I have lived near the end of his journey my whole life, and now that I'm at Northeastern, I live pretty close to the start of his ride. Having lived in and beside towns full of Revolutionary War history, this run brought to life what happened just beneath my feet all those years ago. Growing up, I listened to many songs by Lil Monte, an Italian-American singer. Having ancestors from Italy, listening to songs like this not only made me feel connected to my family, but also our own history. One of the songs we would always listen to was Baci Galop, a fictional song about Paul Revere's ride and his lesser-known horse.
Paul Revere. You just keep hitting things, you know?